Imagine you're standing in the supermarket and you want to buy some milk, plant-based, of course. You face a huge range of options there, actually much more than you do if you're buying dairy milk. If you say, I'm going to buy some lovely almond milk, then maybe you think, oh no, almonds, wait, they're also associated with drought in California and bees dying and pesticides and all these sorts of things. And you say, okay, well, I buy some soy milk. Oh no, wait, soy is also associated with deforestation in the Amazon. But actually, soy is not inherently bad and almonds are not inherently bad for the environment. It just really depends on where they're being produced and how they're being produced. My name is Brian Shaw. I'm a sustainability consultant at Metabolic and I lead the agri-food team here. It's very, very difficult to say in a black and white way what's good, what's not good, what should we do. And I think what's interesting about this is similarly companies and organizations who are doing business in areas which can have environmental impacts also struggle to really understand what are the best decisions that they should make. They don't really know how to manage their impact, how much impact they're allowed to have, and where they're allowed to have this impact. Extracting a certain amount of water for your activities in one area has a very different impact for the same amount of water being extracted in another area. And the difference is how much water is available. If you want to farm using less water, then probably you need more land. If you need more land, you will have a greater biodiversity impact because biodiversity is often competing with agricultural production for land. If you have an excess of water available, you can irrigate your crops and use less land to produce the same amount of almonds and the same amount of almond milk. So this is why almonds, which are very water hungry, are maybe problematic to withdraw in places where they're having critical water crises, but in other places where the water stress is not as bad, maybe consuming almonds from these places is quite okay. In 2017, Metabolic, along with the WWF Netherlands and the Swiss Federal Office of the Environment and the WWF Switzerland, worked on a report called the One Planet Approaches, which was a review of about 60 different frameworks and approaches which have a focus on respecting planetary limits. Out of this, we derived a sort of generic 8-step process which can help any organization, whether they're a company or a city, to help them to understand the steps that they need to take to set impact reduction pathways that are not about doing a little bit better in sustainability, but actually doing what's necessary. So what we want to be able to do at the end of the day is really account for all of these impacts, to aggregate these impacts, to understand, okay, as a society, at all of these scales, are we staying within the safe operating space? This is the critical challenge.